I should just take off my. But I guess we can do.
Thank you, pardon me, Marie Pascal Pieretti. My name is Tom Janan. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. The reason I'm here is my family settled here in 1721. And if you'll add a little perspective to this evening, pardon me, my talk is going to be aimed at young people, because I've just my best new friends here tonight, Allie and Aaron. They're the ones that are going to carry on and spend all that money that we've received in this area from the stimulus package to study history. So you've had an academic approach tonight, excellent presentation by the Madame, and you're going to be followed up by Mark, which again will be maybe your students of his. I'm sure it's going to be exciting. I only have 5 minutes to talk to you. If you'd have been here last fall, listen to them laugh. I had 30 minutes. That's all you have, Tom, and it was an hour, and they were all yawning, you know. So tonight is different. I've got 5 minutes, and that's it. I'm not going to tell you, I can't cover a lot of ground. I've had 12 generations in America. I go to France once a year. I've made 15 trips there. I still have 11 cousins there. My family genealogy goes all the way back to about 900. Much of the recent studies have been on the internet, but my cousins in France are all very active in this, and they're constantly, you know, churning and looking and finding information. I'm supposed to mention to you about how you can improve your research in genealogy. And there's only one way to do it, and that's to sit down and talk to your parents and your grandparents and write down everything that they know in a night, and then the next night, and then next weekend, and then next Sunday when they're, write down everything that they tell you. Because one day, unfortunately, they're not going to be with you. And when they're gone, there's nobody else has that information except you. So write it down, make your studies, go into the internet. There's thousands, literally thousands of websites that you can approach and learn about families. My family came here 12 generations ago with my grandson because they were being persecuted in France. There was this age-old thing about control. People wanting, governments wanting control of your life, wanting to tell you what you can do and what you can't do. And in France, the fight was over, many people think, religion. Well, I have a different viewpoint of that. I looked at tonight about my new best friend and Mark, that you're getting an academic approach. I don't look at it that way. I look at it in the fact that they had a thing going in France which was not a religious thing. It was a matter of money. The church wanted control of money, and money is power, and so anybody that threatened not to support the church, and that means financially, is a threat to the church. Unfortunately, back then, mankind did not have rules and regulations like she brought up 3 philosophers tonight. And by the way, her middle name, Pascal, he was a very famous Frenchman in mathematics, in philosophy. 18th century. If you children, are you in math classes? You'll study Blaise Pascal, combinations, permutations. That'll all come up, and you'll say, I remember that. You know, I remember them talking about that night. So the important thing is to learn your history, pay attention, give your teachers all you can in time, because your time here on earth is short, and you got to utilize it and remember things. Write it down all the time, because history is a matter of discovery. And it's exciting when you learn who your great-great-great-grandfather was. And when I found out that my cousin married Louis XIV of France. And on and on and on. It's just absolutely exhilarating and exciting. And when you get old, like the rest of these people in this room, then you'll have something to look forward to, you see. And you can say, gosh, I remember those old people. But write it down and have fun with it. All I can say is that we have discs available on these presentations. And if you want to borrow them, buy them, and rent them, that sort of thing, you can catch up and have fun with that. I am here at the behest of my host, Kathy Coldis, and her husband. And nice to meet my new best friend, Marie Pascal. Mark I met the last time. Karen Jones, Dorothy P., on and on. They're all wonderful people. If you don't know them, the more you come, the more you'll get to know them, and you'll find out they have a lot of information in their head. And it can be exciting talking about Jamestown and the Mayflower and on and on and on. At this point, then, I could go on. Yeah, I could talk about what affected JFK. You know, it's famous in your life, John Fitzgerald Kennedy. You know, they celebrate him in France. They have a memorial to him at Runnymede in England. And we could talk about Ben Franklin, who, and I thought you were going to cover tonight, the Marquise de Lafayette. We have Lafayette, Indiana. You have Lafayette Street. Why do you think that we have named everything in this country after these famous people? If it hadn't been for the Marquise de Lafayette coming to this country, 19 years old, being made a general by General George Washington, came to this town 4 times, had dinner in local houses, and ended up fighting the Battle of Yorktown, defeating the British, and we are what we are today, a United States, because of the French help. That was the Marquise de Lafayette. The religion in France today, you talk about I'm supposed to talk about the Huguenots. Notice I dropped the H. Huguenots. The Huguenots were branded as the people that left France that didn't support Catholicism, and it was started by John Calvin. There were a number of others, Locke, Mazeux, a number of people. I was in the church in Paris where they all met, and that church is still there today. Dirt floors where these men all gathered and studied for weeks at a time on philosophy and religion, so you can wear jeans and eat pizza and say anything about anybody you want to without fear of having your head chopped off.